Hey everyone, as always, Dylan, Miller Prospecting. And today, Felix Paydirt Day. This is their 2-pound Bonanza bag. It was $180 plus shipping, which was $18, so a grand total of $198 on this 2-pound bag. First, let me thank a good friend of mine, John, who purchased this bag for me. Makes these videos possible, things like that. So thank you very, very much, John. Let's get into it a little bit. This Paydirt is, like I said, their Bonanza bag, and I'll give you the description of it. And it says this claim was opened in 2008. It's a smaller resource and harder to access, but it's considerably richer ground, more gold, bigger nuggets. The Bonanza has become the first choice of my prospecting friends. 2 pounds of rich material straight from the rich gold fields of Alaska makes it highly addictive. Then they got a little disclaimer. It says amount of gold recovered is not guaranteed and photos do not depict an exact amount. This is real Paydirt. Every bag is its own adventure. Now, I'm excited, scared to be doing this Paydirt review. One, a little scared because of the price. Excited because I haven't seen a lot of reviews on Felix Paydirt in a long time. But personally, I haven't heard a lot of good stories about Felix. I tend to get emails from people, and the stories they tell me usually are not good. The reviews I've read and seen over the last year or two have not been good. In my last review of Felix, where I did their smaller bag or their lower priced bag, which I believe at the time was $110 when I reviewed it, was not a very good review. I did not get very good results. And if you search YouTube, there's not a lot of reviews on them that are current. They have a lot over the last 2 years, but they're all just their sample bags. I haven't seen any really good reviews on Felix Paydirt in years. So I'm excited to maybe be the first one that does a good review on them in a while, but we'll have to find out. But before I do, let me just tell you little things that came with it. First, it did come double bagged, and that was pretty good. Little bubble wrap, which helps protect these bags. And as always, Felix is well known for flyers, and it does come with more flyers, so you can order more Paydirt from them. It also comes with a little, I don't know if you'll be able to read that, but it comes with a little vial with their name on it and their phone number. So you got that. Now let's weigh it up first. Make sure it's supposed to be 2 pounds. We'll weigh it up and see. There we go. 2 pounds, 1.2 ounces. So it's over the 2-pound stage, which is always a good thing. All right, while I'm classifying this down, I'll tell you I did email Felix's Paydirt after I had purchased it and after it is shipped, and I had a really weird reply. So let me read you the 3 questions I emailed them, and they was pretty simple questions. I said, does it contain natural gold, or is any added to sweeten the pot? I asked them how difficult it was to pan out, and I asked them if it was concentrates or just dirt from a pile. Now, the reply I got was a little weird, and I don't know. It was just weird. Let's just call it that. First, at the very bottom of the email is a disclaimer. And here's the disclaimer. I'm going to read you this disclaimer because it seemed like they're just being worried about somebody. I don't know. It was just a weird. It says, the file and any files transmitted with it's confidential and highly privileged and intended solely for the use of the individual or entity who they are addressed. Any dissemination, forwarding, and copying of this email is strictly prohibited. So I'm not going to be copying or telling you exactly what they said word to word just because of that. But essentially what happened was when I emailed them, I told you the 3 questions I told them. Let me try and work and talk at the same time, but it's hard. I'm trying to read the results. But let me organize myself first. So let me just do it. Here we go. Essentially their reply to me was that they get some dissatisfied customers and some happy customers, and it's just the way of the business. And I didn't really ask them too much about if people are happy or dissatisfied. And then they did say, though, it is genuine Alaska Paydirt. They said their Paydirt is concentrated down to a manageable panning material size for the common folk to pan. They said, we do not guarantee an exact amount per bag. What we do guarantee is customer satisfaction by a quality control process that ensures you find some beautiful gold. Now, this is the part that really got me, that was really weird. Now, if you the 3 questions I asked, I didn't ask about how much gold I would find or anything like that, because I kind of knew, you know, from other replies from them and things about that, they don't really guarantee any amount of gold. So there's no purpose in asking how much gold to find, and I didn't ask them. But they added this part in there, which I thought was really weird. It says, if gold for dollar is what you're interested in, then I would suggest buying gold bullion. People buy from Felix because he has the best gold, the highest SA, and the biggest nuggets that I guarantee you will not find elsewhere. And I thought that was really weird. Like, why start off an email? I didn't ask him anything, or it wasn't exactly in the middle of the email. But why say anything about how much gold is in it when I didn't ask that question, you know? And they simply say, if you're looking for a good ROI, buy gold bullion, which is not a good sign. I mean, it really isn't. So I'm guessing, well, I shouldn't guess, but I'm worried this is not going to be a very good ROI bag. I've never seen anyone get a good ROI bag from Felix's. I know there's people that like them, but that doesn't mean it's a good ROI. You know, just because someone likes their Paydirt doesn't mean it's good. Some people like the 5-gallon buckets, and some people like that they put huge nuggets in them. And, you know, I don't know. But what I do know is, one, I'm not seeing a lot of black sand, so I'm going to be curious to see at the end what the magnet does. And I'm hoping for a good ROI, but we're going to find out. Let me quickly repan this, finish screening this down so we can find out exactly what the ROI is. You know, now another thing about them that's really, really bizarre, and I did ask them in this, one of the questions I did ask, I didn't tell you the question because it was about a paragraph, and I didn't want to read the whole paragraph. But when they ship you my Paydirt, they shipped it into me in this. This is the box they shipped it in. Now I know you're thinking to yourself it's a small priority mailbox, but it's not. This box is a 1096L box, and it's a little bit bigger. It's an old VHS box. It's a box they used to use for shipping VHS tapes. Now this is a priority mail small box, and you can see it's about an inch bigger on either side. You know, about a ½ inch here and about an inch on top. And because they charge $18 for shipping. This is $7.20 to ship from Alaska. This is $18 to ship from Alaska. And I asked them about why they shipped it in this box, and the reply was for insurance purposes. So I'm not really sure why, but you know, originally I was kind of upset because I was like, they're charging me $18 for shipping, and they really shouldn't be. They were charging me $18 for shipping, but you know, it's what they pay. I did look up what the shipping would be from Alaska in that different sized box, and it is $18. And I did also stuff all their stuff into that small box, and it fits. The small priority mailbox, it does fit. It's a little tight, but you know, I've had people send me 3 pounds, 4 pounds of Paydirt. I believe even a 5-pound bag of Paydirt will fit in that small priority mailbox. So I'm just a little curious why they chose to use a box that would cost $18 to ship as opposed to one that would cost $7.20, somewhere around there. So that's curious. Now, you know, at first I was kind of upset. I thought they were was just overpricing on the shipping, trying to make them extra buck on it. But when the box came in, I originally saw it, I thought, oh, that's the small priority mailbox. But then I started looking at it some more, and I realized it's not. It's actually, you know, a special sized box, an old VHS box. If you can see, this stuff is really, really dusty. I'm going to be curious to see what this does to the water. I'm not expecting to find a lot of gold in this smaller material just because the email I got and how it's, you know, easy to pan for the common folk. Which is a weird terminology too. That's weird that they would say that it's easy for the common folk. All right. So there we go. As you can see, it's pretty much, you got about a little bit more in the +10, then drops down a little bit. But really a lot of this material is in the -20, from the -20 all the way down to the -40. I did see some gold in the +10. Thought I saw one. There we go. Let's see if I can grab that. It doesn't want to come into. Come on now. Be nice. So I did see that in there. Thought I might have saw another piece in there. But I did see one little nugget in there. So I know I'm finding at least a nugget. I know I found something. Let's find out what else I find. I'm going to go pan this out and come right back and show you what I get. And I totally forgot to use the magnet. Even though I just talked 2 seconds ago about how I was excited to see if there's any black sands in it. And I totally forgot. So let's check it. Yeah, like I said, nothing. There's really nothing in here. Probably why I forgot to check, because I could see that there was none. Nope, nothing. No real black sands. All right, now I'm gonna go pan. Well, I'm actually in the middle of panning because I forgot about this. I always forget about this. Well, I haven't forgotten the last couple of videos. All right, I'm gonna go finish panning this stuff out and see if we find any gold. Now I'll be right back. Well, finished panning everything out, and let's get to it. Well, first, before I do that, I will say I questioned on how dirty this material would be, and it had a little bit of murkiness to it. Not too bad. Kind of surprising for being concentrates, but it wasn't horrible. You know, it did mess up the water just a tad bit, but mostly in the -40. The larger stuff really wasn't too bad. It would, you know, it's kind of, you see the little cloud, then it would disappear. But let's get to what we all want to see, which is the gold. So in the +10, like I did, I showed you that one nugget, and I found even more nuggets. In fact, this one really big one, I think I had shown you this one, maybe one of these. Maybe it was that one, I don't know. But anyway, I found five nice pickers. This one I'll probably call a nugget, and then some pickers. Yeah, so pretty happy with that. Can't complain. Well, I might. We'll see how much gold is in the total. You can always complain. And then I got to the -10 +20 and found even more gold. I didn't really count it, but I'm guessing maybe 20 pieces, 25 pieces of gold. So pretty nice. Kind of surprising. I thought there would actually be more in this classification than in the other ones, but oh well. And then I got to the -20 +40 and found even more gold, a lot of gold. This is what surprised me. I really did not expect to find this much in the smaller classifications, just because they said that this stuff is easy to pan out for the common folk. So, you know, you'd think it'd be in the higher, considering especially, you know, there was less in this one. And, well, I just moved my dime and messed it all up. But I thought there would be more of this than this, but I'll take it. It was good gold. And then I got to the -40 where I assumed there would be no gold, and I found even more gold. I don't know if you can even see it. There is a couple little pieces, just enough to let you know that this probably is natural gold and naturally occurring, and that's what I got out of it. Not much, you know, maybe 6 or 7 little tiny pieces of fly poop, but enough. I mean, and I was hoping for more, because probably half the material, or a good third of the material, is in the -40. So it's a lot of work for really nothing if you're classifying it down. But it is nice to see, as usual, you know, seeing, I always like seeing that, because that tells you it's real Paydirt. But let's just get all this up and weigh it all up. So I'll let you listen to music now while I put them in all the little boats. Okay, let's weigh this all up, get my scale nice and ready, and we'll start with the +10. Now I'm going to do this one big one by itself just to see. So it came up as 1.041, we'll call it that, 1.04, somewhere around there. Not bad. Always good to get a 1 gram nugget. I've been on a roll lately. I think 2018 is the first time I've gotten a couple. Before that, I never got one. So let's weigh them all up and see what we get. Give it 1 second to finish up, because as soon as I say a number, we know it's going to change. In case you can't see that, I will zoom it in. So we're going to call it 1.692. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, I'm thinking in my mind that for this to be a decent bag, I really need to find at its cost probably around, and to get around a 60% ROI, somewhere in the 3 to 3.5 grams of gold. Not sure it's going to hit that. Doesn't look like it's that much, but we're going to find out. You know, gold is always tricky. Sometimes you get something that looks like nothing and it weighs a lot. All right, 0.211. We'll get that. Now for the minus 20 plus 40, which was really the surprising pile. I really did not expect to find this much in that. Oh, come on. There's one little piece. He doesn't want to go. There you go. So almost 3/4 of a gram. And finally, this, which I don't think will budge the scale unless I bump the table. No, it's not gonna, so we'll call that a 0. But let's add it all up and see. I'm gonna start with the nuggets, add them in there. Let's see what the grand total is. We'll add this. $1.9. Well, we already know what this is, so it's not gonna be the 3 grams I was hoping for. Be a little bit short. Actually, I was hoping more about the 3.5 grams. So, well, there you go. 2.654. Well, I'm gonna go 2.654. See, I'm bumping the table a little bit. We're gonna call it at that. I'll be right back with my ROI and my review. All right, I am back, finished calculating my ROI and writing my review, so let's get right to it. This is FelixPaydirt.com's Paydirt. It was their 2-pound Bonanza bag. Had no guaranteed amount of gold. They just say you're going to find gold, and you know they do a lot of these things where you're guaranteed and be satisfied. I haven't decided if I am or not yet, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Cost was $180, shipping was $18, so total cost $198. Gold I recovered right here, 2.652 grams of gold. And it is really, really, I don't know if you can even see this on the camera, it is really shiny gold. I mean, like, seriously shiny gold. Gold spot, as of today, or the day I received this Paydirt, is $38.11. Gold value right here, $101.07, which means my ROI is 51.05%, or on my scale, a 5.1. And I have to say that is pretty disappointing. You know, a lot of times I'll say I generally shoot for about 60% ROI, but I really, really honestly believe the more expensive a bag is, the higher the ROI should be, because the seller's making more profit. For fun factor, I'm giving them an 8. Now, it probably should have been a tick lower, maybe a 7, but there was gold in every single classification, and that always makes me happy, so I had more fun with it. It just kept giving you a reason to pan and pan and pan, because I kept seeing a little bit of gold. So I am giving them an 8 for fun factor. Paydirt description, I'm giving them a 4. They really don't have a lot of description on their website or anywhere. So getting a 4 for that. For quantity and packaging, they're getting a 9.5. It weighed over 2 pounds, and they come in the coffee bag, and it was double bagged in the little bubble mailer. So a 9.5 for that. For customer service and shipping, they're getting an 8. 10 of that is from customer service. They did reply to my email, and actually really quickly, which surprised me. This is one of those companies, sometimes when I send off emails, I tend to think, okay, they'll give me a day or two, depending on how big or small they are. Felix, I kind of thought it was going to take a while. I thought it was going to take me 4 or 5 days to get a response because I know they are a bigger company. And I actually got an email the following morning, which is really nice. So I'm getting a 10 for that. Unfortunately for shipping, I am only going to give them a 6 because I still have a really big problem with these boxes. I mean, here, I'll even close this one up just so you can see the size difference. I mean, there's really not that much difference in these sizes. And of course, Postal Service glue is not working very well. You know, there's not much difference. And this box costs $18 to ship, and it actually does cost $18. Looked up the label from where their mailing box was, from their zip code to my zip code, and it was $18. This is $7.20, I believe. So, you know, I don't understand why they're charging an $11 extra. And I'll even show you something really quickly if I can. Where is it? This is, let me do my scale. Now they ship a 2-pound box. Make sure you can see that. And this is a box I recently got in from somebody. 4 pounds, 6 ounces. I know some people that have shipped me 5 pounds. This thing will easily carry, these small boxes will easily fit a 2-pound bag, as well as this little flyer and the vial that came with it. So I'm really not understanding why I'm sure they have their reasons. I'm just not a fan of it. That $11 difference lowered their score for that. And if you're a fan of Felix's, and I know there are people out there that love Felix Paydirt and they buy it every month, well, every month you're spending $11. Once a year, you could have bought another bag of Paydirt for free if they weren't charging you because of this size of box. So, like I said, getting an 8 for that for customer service and shipping because of that box fiasco, in my opinion. Total score for Felix Paydirt's 2-pound Bonanza bag is a 6.9. Not too great, you know. They're really, the R.O.I. in the description really hurt them. Well, thanks as always for watching, everybody, and happy panning. So now let me get to a part of my page where this is my Patreon thank you part and my giveaway. First, let me do the Patreon thank yous. I got to thank BJ Crow, Kristen Murphy, Matthew Marsh, Ron Shaw, Mike Oxlong, and Ginger in Japan. And that's no specific order for any of them. I just want to thank you all for helping me out on my Patreon page. And for my 24 karat gold giveaway, this video's winner is going to be the Infinite Quest. So you'll have 7 days from the date this video posts to email me to claim your prize. So thanks to everyone who's a subscriber, commenter, just views my videos. Thanks to you all, and thanks to my members on my Patreon page. And if anyone else wants to become a member of my Patreon page, check it out at patreon.com/, or maybe it's /, one of the two, Miller Prospecting.